Hey guys, so we're outside the bed that I started last year. I know it doesn't really look like a bed, but it is. Essentially all I did to create this bed was cut some furrows in the soil and then plant a few seeds. So what we planted last year was a whole bunch of leafy greens, vegetables, and beans. You look down here, you can see that the beans have come back. I don't know if we're going to get enough for me to consider harvesting beans over here this season or not, because the main goal here is for naturalization. You can see that there's also a broccoli plant here. If you look here, those are their seed pods. So we didn't harvest this broccoli either. We allowed it to go to seed. I'm hoping that we get those to sprout. What I'll be doing today is trimming around the plants I want to keep so that they'll be taller, giving them more access to sunlight, allowing them to grow more quickly, and smother or suppress the plants that we don't want. So the first step is going to be to cut down the tall stuff outside of the bed, giving us, shorter grass to work in, fewer overgrown bushes, whatnot. And then after that, we'll get in more tightly around the plants that we want to keep. All right, so we got the tall grass cut down, as you can see if you pan back. All right, so the tall grass outside of the bed is cut down. The next step is we're going to walk along in the bed and select the stuff that we want to cut down and keep in the bed, right? So here we go. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you don't get so much in the flow that you end up cutting down the plants that you want to keep growing. Look at that anthill. That's a big one. All right, so I'm going to keep this up and we'll see y'all on the next step. All right. So we have most of that taken care of now. Now the only step is to go in and trim everything from around the plants we are keeping. So Wyatt's going to start by cleaning out around this bean right here. And we'll just do that on all the plants that we want to keep. and then we'll be back for the cleanup. Okay, so we've cut the tall grass down, we've cut the weeds down inside the bed that we want to keep in that general area, and we've done most of the fine trimming around the plants. The next step is to rake everything that we've cut right back into the beds. What that's going to do is that's going to create a mulch layer, which if it dries out, it's raining right now, so it doesn't seem super necessary. But if it dries out, that'll prepare a mulch layer so that it will hold water in the ground. It will block light from hitting the soil to help stop seeds from germinating. It will sit on top of already growing plants that we just cut down, so it'll give them something to fight against, to grow through, you know, kind of smother it, growth suppression. And it will act as food for the plants that we are growing. It does the exact same stuff as the mulch you order from the store, except for it comes from your land. So you know it has the stuff in it that your land is using and the plants you're growing are using. It doesn't have to be trucked across the nation, shipped across oceans. It's right here, so you're taking all that carbon out of the network. And yeah, I mean, it's on the front end, it appears less efficient to do it this way, but in the long run, you're cutting out supply chains. Like you're taking entire global models out of your system and gaining a better result in the end. Well, there you go, guys. We got the tall stuff cut down. We've left the plants that we want to keep. And we've raked the mulch back into the bed. And as you can see, these are very happy, healthy plants. Thanks for your time.